I see.
Sounds fishy.
There's a lot of great people gathered here this evening. Only 11 of you asked me for drugs. I got a really lot of great things to say about this promising young gentleman over here on a special day, but we're not going to get into that. Some baby pictures say it all. Aside from the matching neon hot pink shirts and the mullets, they show me teasing you, torturing you, bullying you, making you cry, and basically getting away with everything. Other baby pictures just show you cross-dressing like Princess Jasmine. You're showing off your belly, you got turquoise eyeliner, dress.
And they were my costumes.
It was clear from that tender young age of innocence and sexual curiosity that you were destined to a future of confusing decisions, a series of difficult situations you're going to have to face on your journey to becoming a man. We played a lot of sports growing up. We were involved in extracurricular activities around the clock. I remember going to watch your first Little League game at Cheryl Eastern. Some kid from the JCC campus was pitching, Joey Ditlow. And man, did he strike you out. I saw you instantly cheer up uncontrollably and gracefully double overhand spike your bat towards the dugout. Such incredible sportsmanship. That moment kind of made me want to play ball. Shortly after we were having a catch in the front yard, I remember thinking I was a natural pitcher. I wound up and threw that ball as hard as I could, and it hit the dirt and bounced right into your eye. You were a tough kid, though. You cried again, but only for an hour and 20 minutes. And you already knew how to put on makeup to cover it up. Soon after, Perry probably realized that we were two of the biggest pussies in the movie. Threw us in the Taekwondo classes 3 days a week. Sundays were private lessons where a 40-year-old redneck would have a full hour to kick the shit out of two 60-pound-year-olds. Can't read my own handwriting. Our dream of becoming real-life Ninja Turtles was a real drag. We stuck it out, though, earned our black belts, and had Perry pierce our left ears to prove just how tough we were. Troy broke free from Jewish private school, Kelman Academy, and made his way to public school Carusi Jr. For whatever reason, Greco-Roman wrestling interested him. I remember he would come home from school, pin me down to the floor every night, and spit in my face. Real classy guy over here. One time he even luked on me. A trick he must have learned from Mrs. Cash Lance's class. He was actually pretty good at this wrestling stuff. He went on to become a high school super regional champion of sorts, even though they didn't have a weight class for 98-pounders. By anorexic, I mean this kid's appetite consisted of pizza, steak, and nacho cheese flavored junk food. Marlene once bribed him for $30 to eat a udon noodle at school. That $30 was redeemed for this really cool rubber reptile set. I used to play with one of the snakes in the bathtub until this one time I was in there with cousin Max and he took a shit. That's Max! I used the snake to clean it up. There was this other time when Marlene tricked him into eating fried calamari calamari at Lamberti's. And when we finally told him what it was, he tried to spit it up, tried to run away by sneaking under the table and hit his head and cried hysterically until his pizza came. He's come a long way though. Fried shrimp to veal burgers to African wildebeest. Ever since you came back from Africa. That's an inside joke. Sometimes in life, you don't get what you want. Like the time in 11th grade when you got shorter than me for the rest of your life. And that time you saw Erie Boyd Atkins balls on the steps of Atlantic City police station, the infamous night of your first DUI. And that time you were driving the Ford Taurus with the fake plastic rims, listening to the Backstreet Boys, and you didn't kill that baby rabbit near Russell's house. Or that time you got fat. Somewhere along the line, you got a haircut and pulled your greatest trick ever, convincing the world that I was the bad egg of the family. Coming from the kid who peed on the walls of Kaminsky's because he didn't feel like waiting in line for the bathroom. But somehow, with your higher SAT scores, your JD MBA status, passing the bar in California and New York City, and a resume of jobs that doesn't include drug dealer. We were living together in Hollywood, right around the time that I had a mustache. And he was sneaking into my room in the middle of the night to take pictures of it while I was sleeping. Out of nowhere one day, he expressed that you had shared a lot of bathrooms with roommates in your day, but that my shit didn't stick. Unbelievable how much dope he received. This kid was such a nerd. He had a magnifying glass with a laser pointed on it to inspect his harvest. By the end of this High Times Man of the Year quest, he was using a blowtorch to smoke his weed. We had a cabinet in our living room. The top shelf was a collection of DVDs, and the bottom shelf was a lifetime supply of blowtorch fuel. Ever since he came back from California. I remember hearing that you met a girl in New York City. I feel like it was 3 months later, you were delivering your furniture to me and moving in with her. I was receiving a whole lot of phone calls from the family members with mixed signals on it. Everybody was so curious and nervous to have her meet me and see what I think. Surprisingly, yet completely unsurprisingly, she was awarded the hands down 10 out of 10. The two of you together just seem so A lot of families have to accept and love one another out of obligation. Even if we weren't both pumped out of this poor woman's mechanical vagina. I think I would still find a way to pursue and value our relationship. Our friendship is deeper and more meaningful than nearly all others. There's a lot of really great men in this room. Tonight we honor the best one. Congratulations to both of you.
Sorry, Anna.
That's okay.
You got something?